I suppose my only exposure to Islam was anything I had seen on the media, particularly post 9/11, and any sort of whatever the media wanted me to hear, right? So that Muslims were responsible for terror attacks or these kinds of ideas. Extremely scary because Islam was not well received in the media at the time. And I knew that if I told them, I was probably going to lose them. I was born in Canada, as were my parents. We all grew up in Western British Columbia. My father is a police officer for the RCMP, it's the Canadian Royal Mounted Police, and my mom is a nurse. So I studied American Sign Language interpretation at university. I wanted to become a sign language interpreter for the deaf. My university career was done in Winnipeg. I worked as an interpreter for a little while. And then before I moved to Turkey, I got my teaching certificate. And now I'm an English teacher. I suppose my only exposure to Islam was anything I had seen on the media, particularly post 9/11, and any sort of whatever the media wanted me to hear, right? So that Muslims were responsible for terror attacks or these kinds of ideas. I think I had maybe a prejudgment about that women in Islam were oppressed. I remember specifically when I was looking into Islam, one of the questions I remember asking was, is it true that women can only sit in the back seat of cars? I had a conversation with a Muslim, and I remember being so shocked because the images that I had seen on the media were so different from this individual. And then later on we had a discussion as well about the fact that the prophets between Islam and Christianity were similar, which was news to me. And I remember thinking, wow, I should learn something about this religion. Like, what if I'm ever in an opportunity, or if I ever have to interpret at a mosque, or I should get some background knowledge. So I just decided to read into Islam to expand my knowledge in case I ever was going to interpret in that situation. And in the meantime, I was still having conversations with the individual that I had met about Islam. And so as I was reading and seeing that there were so many similarities between Christianity, which was the religion I was practicing before, and Islam, I just became more and more shocked at how many similar ideas there were. What I did. So that was a Friday night, and then on the Sunday, May 14th, I gave my testimony of faith in front of everybody at this conference and became Muslim. Extremely scary because Islam was not well received in the media at the time. And I knew that if I told them, I was probably going to lose them. And those two friends that I sat with that night, they were incredibly supportive, and they're still two of my best friends today. There's lots of other people that didn't support me. I think the most significant things for me when I became Muslim, or just what I love the most about Islam right now is, as I mentioned, I just think it's it balances the faith and the spiritual and the intellectual. It's a perfect balance. There's proof in it, and the fact that the Quran has been preserved, and that really what we're asked for and asked of to do, it just makes such perfect sense to me. I think that it's timeless.